Bill Hader, the comedian, actor, former Saturday Night Live cast member. He joins us now. Bill, what comes first? Is it actor or is it comedian?
I don't know. I think we're all acting, I guess. I don't know. Some people take offense to it, but I don't. But I don't know. Actors can do funny stuff. But that's the thing, because when you would host this show, you would have actors come on, and then they would surprise you, like John Hamm or someone like that, of how funny they are.
Who surprised you the most of just how funny they were? Legitimate funny.
Well, John Hamm. Taylor Swift was really funny. She wrote her monologue, and it was really like all the writers were like, "That's hilarious. We don't have to do anything with that," you know. And a lot of sports people. LeBron was unbelievably funny. LeBron was really funny. Charles Barkley was really funny. Peyton and Eli Manning both were like effortlessly funny. Yeah.
Well, you're also, and I don't know because comedy is the hardest thing to do. And I rail against the Academy Awards because they rarely recognize comedy, but I think everybody is in agreement that comedy is the toughest thing to do. So why don't we have more comedians get nominated or win the Academy Award?
I don't know. I have a hard time getting into, I don't know about any of those things. I remember thinking as a kid, it gave me a real good perspective on awards and stuff, where I went and saw the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and I thought John Candy was so funny in that movie, but also incredibly moving. And I went, you know, as a kid, you go, oh, well, he's going to win an Oscar, you know. And then I was like, he didn't even get nominated. And then from that moment on, I was like, oh, okay, I don't understand this.
Do you find that you're like a musician if you go to a party that we expect the musician to bring his guitar, that if you go out that somebody says, come on, give us Pacino or give us Charlie
totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you handle that?
I think people think I'm lying to them, but I'm not. I can't just do those impressions off the cuff. It's like I have to watch something or kind of refresh it, and then you have to kind of work on it. It's like you have to kind of tune your voice up to it, you know. Daryl Hammond, I remember, before any show, would be sitting there with a tape recorder. If he was doing John McCain, you would have a tape recorder of John McCain talking just up to his ear moments before he would go out and do it, just to remind yourself what the voice sounds like.
Yeah. We had Jay Farrow on yesterday, and
oh yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, he just started rattling them off. It was almost like he was having a conversation with 9 different people, and I was just there eavesdropping, and he would have Shaq to Chris Rock to Kevin Hart, and just rapid fire. Yeah,
I don't know how Jay's like another animal. I mean, when he showed up, I just thought, well, this guy it's just a gift that, you know, he can do it. I can't even do it. I mean, the fact that he could find these beautiful nuances in an impression, you know, with Obama, you know, he found this thing in Obama that's just effortless and very instinctual, you know. And so I think Jay, my time there, I thought Jay was the best impressionist, I thought.
He's Bill Hader, the actor, comedian, former Saturday Night Live cast member, Sunday night. So it's hard to get 40 years into 3 hours here, Bill. So something's going to get left out. But is it too big to try to cram into 3 hours here?
That's what I think Lauren's probably dealing with right now, because you have all these people who are coming back going, well, am I in the show? Am I not in the show? Or, you know, Lauren's got to deal with so many, you know, servicing, you know, all those former cast members and you know, hosts and old musical guests and, you know, all these things. So I still don't really know what I'm doing. So you know, but I'm just going to show up and say, yeah, where do you want me? And you just go do it. And I'm kind of looking forward just to look around that room and be like, wow, look, everyone, look, they're all in one room. But this is insane. You know, here we are, you know, and like that's what I'm looking forward to, is just kind of watching the parade go by. You know?
But the former cast member that you didn't work with that you would look forward to doing a skit with is who?
Geez, I was really lucky. I got to work with everybody that I never got to work in a sketch with Bill Murray. That would have been really cool. Bill Murray would have been pretty amazing.
He's been very
and actually
complimentary.
interact in a sketch. He played something. We were all in one sketch one time, and he did a guest thing, but I didn't get to actually play a scene with him. That would have been fun.
He's been very complimentary. I heard him on Howard Stern talk about how great you are as a character, one of the best characters ever.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. My phone exploded after that happened.
If you look at,
it was very sweet.
If you look at movies versus live, Bill, that you get another take in movies. But is the part of it that I would love in doing this live, which I do 3 hours every day, is there is no take. That you don't get a second chance. That there is that edge that it is live in the moment. Different to go from live to you can do another take in a movie.
Yeah, I mean, another take in a movie, you can kind of the great thing about doing the live sketch is you have to make a decision. You have to say this is the way we're going. Where in a lot of films, I did this Judd Apatow movie, Trainwreck, with Amy Schumer. And, every take we can kind of try this version of it, that version of it, and then they get in the editing room and they combine takes. They say, okay, we'll do the sad version and the happy version, whatever. But at SNL, you had to make a decision, and you see that with a lot of the people who come out of there that people make very, very quick decisions. Working on this IFC show with Fred Armisen and Seth Meyers, and one of the producers said that. They go, so this is it, no rewrites? And we're like, rewrites? What are you talking about? Like, that's it, we're done. We're moving on. So because you just have that SNL training. What
was the moment on Saturday Night Live that you just said, my life just changed, or it's going to change?
My very first show. I did Al Pacino in a Hurricane Katrina sketch, and I said my line, and I got a big applause break, but I was so nervous that I didn't register what had happened, and everyone was going, you just got an applause break, and I was like, huh? And then I went home and watched it the next morning with my wife, and I just, I started crying. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm on Saturday Night Live. And to be honest, seeing that and hearing Don Pardo say your name, I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, it was just like,
Fritzy, give Bill a Don Pardo introduction here.
It's Saturday Night Live. Bill Hader.
I don't know if that brought back memories there, or that was a bad impersonation.
Yeah, no, totally. Every time you heard his name, every time you heard Pardo say your name, you just, you had to give yourself a pat on the back, because it was like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. I grew up with that, with that.
So you got
that guy saying the names of all my favorite people.
Trainwreck is coming out. That's in July?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James is in that, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays my best friend in the movie.
Of course.
As LeBron James. Yeah, and he, like on SNL, is effortlessly funny. It was very, very annoying, because not only is he the, greatest basketball player, you could ask him to improvise, and he was making me break in scenes. I mean, I break very easily, but he was making me laugh so hard, just, because he does a thing that's really smart, is he listens, which, I take classes at Second City, and they teach it, he listens to what you're saying, and he's very engaged, and he doesn't play it funny. He plays it totally straight. He doesn't realize how funny he's being, and that's why it's so funny, and he just kind of innately knew how to do that, so he's amazing in the movie.
Who was the guy that would always crack you up on Saturday Night Live? As a
growing up, or
cast member?
Or when I was
when you were on
cast member?
Yeah.
Fred Armisen always made me laugh, and Will Forte. Will Forte, just from his sheer commitment to something totally stupid and insane, would make me laugh. Just, there's a sketch we do at Peyton Manning where he does a dance, the halftime at a basketball game, and he's a coach, and he's trying to get us excited and, get us pumped up for the second half, and he does a dance to a Herb Alpert song. And if you go find that sketch, Peyton Manning, me, everybody, we're all laughing. We all just could not keep it together. It was unbelievable.
And Will had the mustache?
Will had a mustache. funny, man. Oh my God, that guy was funny.
He's still making you crack up.
Yeah, just thinking about it right now. Yeah, because he brought it out. Yeah, he brought it out on a cassette. That's what made me laugh. At dress rehearsal was on a CD. He was, I'm going to play a song for you guys, and it was on a CD. And then on air, he changed it to a cassette, and I started laughing. I was like, "Why? Why did you change it?" Like the weird attention to detail that Forte had.
Well, you've got your hand over your face. Peyton's got a towel over his head here. Everybody trying
Yeah. Keenan and
Keenan's
Peyton were
dying.
putting towels in front of their face. Keenan lost it. Peyton put a towel in front of his face. My whole face just went beet red. I just had my head down the whole time. And I think Sudeikis was the only one that kept it together. Everybody else lost it.
If we walk down the street, what are you going to hear?
Oh, SNL. I always get SNL. Stefan, Stefan, or Superbad, or any of those movies.
But with Stefan, like, where does it come from? And when do you know, like, I can keep doing it, or I should keep doing it as a character?
Well, Stefan was a thing that John Mulaney deserves a lot of credit for that character. I mean, he's really the guy that writes all those great lines and stuff. But you don't, with Stefan, it's like anything. We tried it as a sketch and it didn't work, and then we tried it on Update and it worked. And we didn't know why. You don't know why something hits and something doesn't. I mean, it's really a crapshoot. You just have to keep doing stuff. But yeah, we were totally surprised that thing hit. But if you asked us, we loved writing Herb Welch, the old reporter character. We would laugh harder writing that, or writing or Keith Morrison, when I would do Keith Morrison, the Dateline guy. Those would make us laugh. Stefan's would actually make our brains hurt because you were just having to list things. Just random weird things.
I would come in, the Keith Morrison, like, I would imitate you imitating Keith Morrison, because Keith Morrison on Dateline, they'd go to break and they'd go, "Why was the dog barking?" Like this random line out of it. Why was a flashlight on at 3 a.m.? Yeah,
he makes us folks see the worst stories ever. The one that we heard the other day, that Mulaney, because we'll text each other like, "Morrison's on right now," and I'll rush over and turn on it. It's like we're obsessed with Keith Morrison. And one was, he goes, "But then there was that DNA." Oh, that pesky DNA. And we fell on the ground laughing at pesky DNA. It's a story about some family that lost their father. Was murdered, and he's like, "Wow."
Oh, and the blood all over the place.
Yeah, he's kind of stoked on it. He's like, "Wow, that's awful." It's like, I think you don't think that's awful. I think you think that's kind of great.
Well, have fun this weekend, Bill, and good luck with Trainwreck.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right, it's Bill Hader, Saturday Night Live.